as somewhat disgraceful.
Hey, hello, and it's good to see you here. Well, I'm so sorry that you have problems with your voice. Well, the same about myself. I've been sick for more than 2 weeks, but still I work and I talk and I do everything which I can. How do you see, how can you learn English without reading, without talking, without saying something? How do you understand? How can you learn English without talking, without speaking, without reading? What are you gonna do during the class? So you wanted to say something. I asked you a question. Oh my goodness. What do you mean? Alright, so what holiday is today? Let's start your practice. What holiday do we have today? Today, New Year? Are you serious? So you see, it would be much better if you turn on your microphone. Then we will not waste the time. So today is Friday. Today is Friday, November 29th. Any ideas what kind of holiday is that? Alright, so today is the second day of one of the greatest American holidays, which is called Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving. Have you ever heard about Thanksgiving? Okay, what did you hear? What do you know about the Thanksgiving Day?
As it unfolds before your ears, it's the audio archives of Fox News Talk. When Congress returns next month, it'll deal with immigration reform and possible new Iran sanctions. Another issue involves an expiring gun law. Fox News Radio's Rich Johnson, live in Washington. Here is the Undetectable Firearms Act, first enacted in 1988, reauthorized a decade ago. It bans any firearm that can meet a metal detector or X-ray machine.
To each other for everything. Okay. Why do they do that? Why do they do that in November? In the end of November. So I think that a good idea will be to give thanks to each other every day, every single day of the year. Why not? Why do we have a very special celebration today, November, the last Thursday of November? Okay, good. Well, I think that you know the historical meaning. If you don't know, so please go to Wikipedia and just read about that. Alright. But, no, it's not about Lincoln. You can go to Wikipedia and read it, and it will be your homework. Because it's very necessary for you to know that. Alright. But today is not the last Thursday. Today is Friday. And today is called Black Friday. Any ideas why? Why is it called Black Friday? Okay, so again, it will be your home assignment. So please go to Wikipedia and read a little bit about these holidays. They are very necessary for you. Why I'm saying about that? Because I'm not sure how old are you, and if you go to school. Do you go to school? Okay, which year, which class, which form, which grade, whatever you call it. 11th grade. So, are you going to take this Russian state ЕГЭ exam this year? Very good. So, in many texts which are used in the Russian state exam, they have stories about everything, and most of these stories are usually connected with the history of Great Britain or history of the United States of America, or any cultural things which are very well known about these countries and so on. So you're supposed to know what Thanksgiving is and what Black Friday is also. You're supposed to know that. So I think that you will go and read it. Okay. So do you have any questions to me? Alright, so if you you might have noticed in my announcement, I mentioned that this is the beginner level for advanced English. So you were supposed to read aloud the text, but you know that you cannot read, you cannot speak. So then I will do everything myself, and that means that I will learn English, and you will be just a passive listener, and that will give you nothing. But if you like to be like that, that's up to you, of course. So if you have a look at the board, you can find exercise 5. We stopped doing the previous time. It was exercise 5. So please find this exercise. The whole story is called Wild Boy, Part 1. So, have you found this exercise 5? You just have to scroll down. Okay. Now, one morning in January 1800, a young boy went into a garden in the village of Saint-Sermon in France. He wanted to find some food. So the boy looked very strange. He was about 12 years old, he was short, and his hair was black and dirty. He wore an old dirty shirt. He didn't wear any trousers. The people in the village saw him. They said, "Who are you? Where are you from?" The boy didn't answer. He couldn't talk. He made strange animal sounds instead. They gave him some food. He smelled it. Then he ate only the potatoes. He drank only water. The people were kind to him. They said, "We want to call you Joseph." So suddenly everyone in France wanted to know about him. Who is this boy? Why doesn't he speak? We must find the answers. So that's a pretty short text, and then you have questions. Now please, how old was the boy? Okay, and what color was his hair? Okay, what did he eat and drink? Okay, so what name did they give him? Joseph. And what do you think of the story? Okay, hi Violeta, it's good to see you. And the good idea will be if you turn your microphone on, and we'll start talking. So Anna, what do you think of the story? Violeta, we are talking about the story from exercise 5. If you scroll down the scroller on the whiteboard, you will see the exercise. I think it was a real story because I read about it a month ago. Really interesting. So then, if you read a real story, so who was this boy? Just tell me. Who was he? So Violeta, have you turned your microphone on? Can we talk?
So you're there during the high times and low times and help him out on all times.
Yeah, very good.
I was under the impression as
He was the Prince of France.
that was going well.
Hello Violeta. Very nice to hear you. So, right now we'll do the following thing. You have this chatterbox A, if you can see it. Can you see it?
Yes.
Very good. Yeah, very good. So, what I would like you to do is, you see, the task is read the story and ask your friend questions about his or her story. Find 7 differences. So that means that we will read 2 different stories, and you will have to find 7 differences. Alright, so will you please, Violeta, will you please read, beginning with the name Panas. Panas is the boy from Argentina. So please, read. You want me to read? Yes, of course.
One in Jen.
No, it's not this text. Violeta, this is not this text. We already did this text. It's Chatterbox. It's called. If you go down the page, it's called Unit 21, Chatterbox A. Chatterbox B, see page 100A05. Can you see it?
Yes.
So please, Panas went to the cinema with Luigi, beginning from here.
The name of the film was Spider-Man. It was outdoor. Panas liked the film very much. He thought it was interesting. Luigi did not like the film. He thought it was boring. After the film, they had a
Hamburger.
Miss hamburger at Mr.
It Mick Burgers, it's called. Mick Burgers, okay?
They talked about football. Luigi went home at 10. Panas went home at 10 too.
Okay, very good. And now you will have the second story. So, I can make it a little larger for you. And we will compare these 2 stories. Alright? So, go on. The second story. Will you please read, Violeta?
Panas stayed at home last night and watched a video with Luigi. The name of the video was Superman. It was 3 hours long.
3 hours. 3 hours.
Panas did not like the film. He thought it was boring. Luigi did not like the film either. He thought it was boring. After the film, they ate some fish and chips at Fisher Friends. They talked about the invitation. Luigi went home at 11. Panas went home at 10.
Alright, so you see, we have 2 different stories, and the task is find 7 differences. Can you find these differences? Anna, you can also help us. So what are the differences in these 2 stories?
Panas and Luigi watch another different film.
Okay. What was the film which they watched? Did they? Sorry.
Spider-Man.
They watched a movie which was called Spider-Man. Very good. Did they watch the movie here, or maybe they watched a different type of technology? Was it a movie? Was it a film? Was it a cinema here?
She goes to cinema.
Yes, and here they went to. They didn't go to the movie theater. They watched a video. That means that they borrowed the DVD from the store and watched the video at home. Okay, so we found 2 differences, but still we have to find 5 differences. So the first was the name of the movie, Spider-Man. The second, video and movies. Okay, any other differences? So Anna wrote, here we have Fishy Fred's, but in the previous we had McBurger. Okay, different what? Different restaurants. They went to different restaurants. In the first story they went to Fishy Fred, and in the second story and in the first story they went to McBurgers. Okay, what are other differences? So you see, as I told you that I teach here, I teach the